my channel. XOXO Sheba here. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome. If you're an OG subscriber, what's good? Welcome back. Oh, I got this wig from MyFirstWig, and this is my first wig from MyFirstWig. And listen, the packaging is elite, okay? I opened it already because I thought I was gonna have to bleach the knots, and I thought they had sent me bleach. But what they had sent me was conditioner. This is the first time I ever had somebody send me conditioner. You know, look at that. Elite packaging. So they sent me a silky straight 16-inch 13x4 frontal unit with brown lace, as you can see. So this is the inside of the cap. You got the two combs in the sides and the back and the adjustable straps, and it also does have the adjustable band in it too. The knots are pre-bleached and pre-plucked. I didn't touch this unit. I didn't have to pluck a thing, and you know I would if I had to. It came with dips and grooves and everything. This is the back of the unit so you can see what it looks like. I'm gonna start off by cleaning off my hairline so that way the lace will blend in nicely. I'm gonna adjust the bands in the back, and I had put it on the second to last notch to fit my head. And then I ran out of my black wig caps, or I just couldn't find my other black wig cap. So I ended up wearing a nude cap, not my preferred way to do it. I actually should have did a bald cap with this unit because of how pre-plucked they did this unit. You will see it is amazing. They did that. So I'm going to spray this with some tint to start. I'm spraying lightly with the tint because I don't want it to mess up my actual hair underneath. So I'm just kind of lightly spraying that to tint the cap, but try not to get on my hair. Yes. So then I'm going to put the wig on, and I'm going to get into installing. I almost couldn't talk there. I'm going to get into installing. So I'm checking to see if it's going to fit by my ears and where I need to place the wig and all of that. And in that, you can see just how well this hairline is pre-plucked. You see that? You can straight up see my cap through this wig, which is why I suggest doing a bald cap or wearing a black cap. You're going to wear this wig because your cap will be exposed. They sent me a wig kit. And it's got the clips, the combs, the bobby pins, the wax stick, all of that. They came prepared for me, okay? Like, this is a great starter kit. So I'm going to start off by cutting 2 slits into the unit so it'll make 3 sections for me to install the wig. I'm doing this detailed style for you guys since this is a beginner friendly wig. I decided to make it a detailed beginner friendly video. So as you can see, before I install the unit, I am going to fit it behind my ear and make sure it fits right, because when it fits behind your ear, you can pull it up a little bit farther to fit your hairline, and I need that because on the sides my hairline typically comes up just a little too far for most wigs. This one is actually doing it for me. It's going to end up covering ear to ear, so I'm really happy about that because all wigs don't fit the same. So I would definitely say this is pretty big head friendly, especially with the fact that I put this on the second to last notch on the adjustable band, so that makes you know like you can have more room if you even needed it. Look at that, just covered. I'm so happy about it. So now that I have, you know, everything ready to go, then I'm gonna install. I'm using two layers of the freeze spray, and then I'm gonna go over it with the Got to Be Glued in the yellow tube. Very light layer with the yellow tube because I don't want it to give me any residue left over. That can happen sometimes with the yellow. So very light layer of the yellow tube, as you can see there. Like, I don't want it to be seen. It should be felt, not seen. Like, it should be sticky on your forehead, but you should not be able to see it. And then just let that get a little tacky before you lay it down. Not too long. I just, you know, hand fan it for a couple seconds. And then I start pressing it down into my skin, let it dissolve. While it's drying, I have my blow dryer on cool. And then I like to take my comb and press the lace down into my skin. This lace is so thin, you guys. Like, it is just like really a what lace kind of unit. Like, the lace is popping, like, for real. And I'm just doing this the same way on the other 2 sections of the hair. 2 layers of freeze spray, and then a light layer of the Got to Be Glued gel in the yellow tube. And then I lay the wig down. Look at that blend, you guys. Like, it was so easy to blend this unit. Like, I'm cutting the lace off and it's already just disappearing. Usually I have to do a little extra work to make it disappear a little better, but this unit is just disappearing on its own. Check out the dips and groove on that hairline. You know I had them if they're not there, but they're already there. I'm like, yes, this is the best pre-plucked job I've ever gotten on a wig. When they say pre-plucked, they mean pre-plucked. Now, when you're cutting the lace off, you want to cut jagged because that'll give you a more natural cut on the wig. And look at that. You can't even see the lace. Can you see it? Because I can't. Look at that. I'm cutting off the lace, and I was so scared I was going to cut into the wig because I really could not see the lace in my mirror while I was cutting it off that well. And the lace is thin enough. Like, look how it's sticking to my forehead. I had to really try to lift that up to get that excess lace cut off. Like, this lace is bomb. So after that, then I'm just cleaning up the hairline from any excess gel, so it'll, you know, give me a nice flawless lay. And then once I do that, because the hairline is just a little wet, which would have reactivated the gel, I just go ahead and tie my scarf around it instead of adding more free spray unnecessarily. And then I'm going to let that sit all while I'm styling the unit. So it wasn't really giving me issues as far as like tangling or shedding. So I was really happy about that. The only real issue I ran into here was that the hair was so like sleek straight that it was hard to grip the ends of the curl. It was doable and my curls held up. Don't get me wrong, it can curl, but the ends, like you really got to grip that because it's so sleek. It doesn't really stick to the iron all that well. Also, when you're curling your units in the back, you want to make sure you're curling in all different types of directions, like, you know, right curl or left curl going all in the back. It gives you more volume than trying to just go one way. It's cool to just like, you know, go away from the face in the front because you want it to frame your face, but in the back, if you want more volume, go opposite directions all around. Once I'm finished curling, then that's when I take my scarf off and see how it's laying. And again, look at that pluck job. You can see my cap straight through that wig, and that's what you want. Next time I know to use a bald cap, but that is just a flawless plucking job. And so after that, then I comb out the curls again. It's really good on the tangling and shedding. I didn't have any issues with that. And then I'm just going to lay my part down, positioning where I want it. Just, you know, perfecting everything, pushing the hair back, just maneuvering all that. So I'm going to add baby hair. You don't have to add baby hair to this unit. It's plucked very well, but I just want a little extra razzle dazzle on the hairline. Sometimes I feel like it. I put baby hair when I feel like it, and I don't when I don't feel like it. It all just depends on how I'm feeling once I install the unit, which way I'm going to go with that. But I am just using some Got to Be Glued, again, in the yellow tube to lay down the baby hairs. It doesn't really matter what you use. I just like using that on my wigs because I feel like it lays in place and dries a lot faster. And when you do this, when you want some light, subtle baby hair, you really just need to get a little bit of hair out, very thin layer of it on the front of the hairline, and cut it kind of short at an angle. And that way, it'll give you some like wispy kind of, not too much, but you see it kind of baby hair. So after that, I'm going to take my pressed powder, and I'm using that to blend in with my part. You know, because you can see the line of demarcation kind of where the cap ends and my scalp is. So I'm using that to all make it, you know, just kind of make it one. And then I'm taking some black eyebrow powder and I'm putting that right where it looks like the hairline got a little wide in the front, just all blending that out, making it seamless. So then I wanted to show y'all what it looked like with the middle part, but I felt like for me, and this is a personal preference, the density looked better with the side part for this unit. I like a lot of volume when I have curly hair. Sleek hairs, like straight, I like it, you know, with a little less density, but for curls, give me the volume, give me all the density. So I moved this over to the side because I felt like it would give me more volume that way. So now you see me just positioning that and deciding where I want to part the hair and everything. And then I'm going to get to like, you know, training the hair to go the way I want it now. I clip the hair back because that's helping me to train the hair to go the way I want it to go while I'm putting the heat on it. And then I like putting the hot comb on the other side just so it'll push the hair back so that way you can really see my hairline. Look at that dip and groove. Like, I really didn't touch this hairline and it's got all the dips and grooves in it. Like, that's what I'm talking about. I decided for a little extra razzle dazzle, I was going to add a little side piece of baby hair. Still keeping it subtle, but keeping it cute. And then in the front bang area, I added some layers just to give me a little more movement with that bang. And then I'm recurling the front of the hair so it'll lay good for a side part. When you're curling it for a side part and you take the wand out, you want to hold it in place. You really want to do this with all your curls, but you want to hold it in place so that way it forms really well while it's still hot. And then as it cools off, you can let it down. So that way it'll give me a nice little swoopage there. And then I take my wide comb and I comb that out so I can maneuver it and all that. And then as you see, it does have some flyaways on this unit, but that's why they sent you some flyaway tamer stuff with that wax stick. So that way I can use that to lay it down. And as soon as I used it, I'll just lay down flat. So it does have flyaways, but they do, you know, work pretty easy. So this is the final result. Really easy. You can get a professional look at home with these units. I'm so impressed with this hairline. I literally had to do no prep work for this and it came out great. This is the back of the unit so you can see what it looks like with that density on it. It looks really great to me. I love that it already had a lot of layers to it already too. So if you want to pick this up, it'll be linked down below in the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.